everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. We are In the Know, sponsored by Southern Hearts and Cauldrons, where we give you all the up-to-date information about what's going on in our pagan and spiritual community. Tonight, Elsa is joining us today, and I'm just so happy that you're here, Elsa. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, finally.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And I know you have been extremely busy. You have a lot of things going on and stuff like that. And one of the things I
Absolutely.
wanted to talk about today was the Cauldron Fest. So tell us a little
Yay.
bit about that.
Yes. Whoa. So what is CauldronFest? CauldronFest is a 3-day event at Fall Creek Falls, Tennessee. That's Spencer, Tennessee. Um, we are at a group camp. There's 24 cabins. There's 6 bunks in each cabins. There's a training room that's huge, a dining hall that we eat at. We've got about 25 vendors. I've got about 20 workshops. So it's very busy. It's a very busy, but it's enough to have fun. And so people usually get there Thursday night, Friday morning. So our workshops start Friday morning. We actually have some on Thursday, but Friday morning and then Saturday, and then we have a rave Friday night. I'm so excited. And yes, everybody loves to wear rave clothes, and
Definitely.
it's really fun. Julie does a good job. And then on Saturday night we have Raw, and they are the fire dancers, sword dancers, water element. They're doing some new stuff this year, so I just remember they're fired and they're twirling and stuff. And then we have, I think we have 3 rituals set up. Well, of course, we have our opening ritual, and then we have the main ritual, and we have our closing ritual. But in between those is 2 other rituals. Um, I think we're going to have a chocolate ritual where we do something with chocolate, make
Ooh.
s'mores out of it. I'm excited. There's so much going on that I'm like, I just make the schedule. I don't know what's going on. So
Oh my, it sounds so exciting and everything. And I'm so excited that Raw is going to be back. So last year,
yes.
y'all, it was my first time going to Cauldron Fest. It was amazing. And the entertainment there, oh my goodness, like everybody was captivated. So I'm so excited to hear that they're coming back. That's
Yes,
awesome.
absolutely.
So, okay.
Really
So
exciting.
obviously, there's so much things that are going on and everything. And tell us a little bit about how Cauldron Fest got started for people who are not really, know about Cauldron Fest, new to the area, wanting to know more about the festival. Oh, sorry. That's the
Yes.
event. The event. Sorry, tongue tied today.
It's okay.
Um, tell us a little about that.
So we started, so this is our 6th year, and the first 2 to 3 years was run by a gentleman and his husband, and they wanted to formulate something that just brought community together, have fun, be in an open-minded space, and just not worry about things for a few days, right? And then on top of that, let's throw in some entertainment and some classes, and throw in some vendors and some really good food. And so I took his vision and everything, and so he decided to step down as president, but as co-founder of CauldronFest, him and his husband is. And so when I took over, it was I didn't really change anything. Honestly, it's still wanting people to join in and have fun. It's still 3 days. It's still workshops. But like the enchanted realm of the enchanted arts. So last year when we were having our town hall meeting after, I have a town hall meeting after on the last day, I said, what would you want to see next year? What could we have done better? And the biggest thing is they wanted more hands-on and less lecture. And I said, okay. So that's where the enchanted arts came in. So it's artwork. So we have nature walks, we have mediumship classes, we have poppet making classes, we have there's some other ones. We have the Norse tradition courses. More hands-on. We have some more nature walks. We've got meditation every morning. Every morning there's yoga that we have out behind the kitchen. And then that kind of sets the mood for the day and gets you stretched and ready to go. And then we go into our workshops. It's a lot of nature-based things, but it's a lot of hands-on classes making something, which is what my goal was. We have a little bit of lecture, but we have more hands-on. So I'll find it funny if at the end of the year when I do my town hall, not so much hands-on. But we got to find our balance, right? It's going to be a bloat this year for the main ritual. So I don't. For those of you that are Norse,
I
they tribute to a particular goddess. I don't know if this one's Freya. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. I'm disrespecting.
This is just one of the rituals that you just gotta go there and find out what it is. You just be part of it.
I'm a witch and I'm Celtic, and that is not my road. And I love the fact that this crew this is their second year doing main ritual, and they did such a great job last year. I was like, hey, can you do it again? So they're going to do it again. And no, the biggest thing about me being president, I'm very hands off. It's I don't micromanage. I don't do any of that. It's like, oh, you want to do that? Okay, make it happen. I'm over here doing other things to make CauldronFest happen. Y'all do the and you do you, because I believe in free spirit. I believe in the ability to do, as long as no one's getting hurt, let's have fun, right? And if somebody gets hurt outside of the thing, I have medical staff on staff, first aid area, and we got you. Just curb the silliness, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and that's
spirited about it.
And that's something that's really, really important, is having such an amazing team, right?
Absolutely.
Part of the only thing that makes the league really great is the team, right? And I can at least say from my experience last year, the team is amazing. And from my experience walking in and seeing, one, how everything was well organized, but two, how it wasn't very stuffy. It really feels like going to a family reunion. It's a very welcoming space, and it really, like for me, it really doesn't matter what path that you're on. So, I enjoy it. So for people this is their first time ever going to a pagan event or a spiritual event, what's some of the pointers or some things that you would recommend, doing coming in?
Don't come with expectations, because you're going to have fun, and that's probably the only expectation you should have. The thing is that dress warmly, but bring clothes for cold and warm. Dress eclectically in your
This is Tennessee. We're going to have 3 different or 4 or 5 different weather situations.
It might rain and snow and then sunshine all over on the same day, but hopefully not on our weekend. So far, our weather witches are working really hard. So bring a notebook, bring a couple of pens and pencils, bring your fun. But here's the biggest thing that you don't bring, or at least you leave at the gate, and that's the troubles of the mundane. Just leave it at the gate. We want you to have fun, and sometimes when you don't leave it, you can't have fun because you're still worried about it and everything. Come into the enchanted experience of CauldronFest, and that way you got 3 days that nobody's gonna bug you. You have to answer your phone because you want to. You have to answer an email because you chose to, right? So choose a class, over the mundane life. It's just one of those, take a break. This world is crazy right now, and this is the best way to just take a break. Not only are you getting away from the blah of TV, because we're in the mountain and we're lucky to get Wi-Fi and the internet, okay? Sometimes I have to call the Rangers up and be like, okay, Rangers, do your thing, because We ain't got nothing up here, which is
Mhm.
what getting away means. And not only that, we're trying to create the experience of getting away. It's
Mhm.
almost a retreat because we offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you don't even have to worry about food. And then we when you do your registration for the festival or the you need to put your allergies in there. So we have a trained chef who is our chef. College, she's on it. Astra is, I can't say what I want to say, but she is that. So
The
when
food was really good. For what I
oh
have it
my gosh,
last year, it was really, really good. So, I mean, you really like when you're talking about basically it's a retreat, it's an experience, it's definitely that. When you walk in, think of it as okay, think of it as the best, I don't know, family like reunion or but here's how I say it. It's the best family reunion with the family that you want to be with.
right. So it's the PH family, not the
Yes,
FA
yes.
family. Yeah. Yeah.
And when I say that the team, you guys made it to where, hey, if you are missing something, you guys will find it. If you guys need something, you guys will make sure that that happens. Like you are taken care of. And again, in the South, we show our love through our food, and
Right.
you can definitely feel the love in the food. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you can feel the love in that food.
Absolutely. And it's just going to get better this year too. So
Mhm.
we're excited about the big cake we have on Saturday. That everybody gets the big.
Mhm.
It's just a big cake, and it's got the CauldronFest design on it. And then our kiddies are. We make sure the children are always within reach of good food.
Mhm.
Um, don't be afraid to come to the kitchen and say we're hungry if it's not time to eat, because we know we're diabetic and hypoglycemic and all the other RXs I can throw out there. HX. Anyways, but come to the kitchen and be like, I need something to eat. And we won't go, oh, well, you're just going to have to wait. No, we don't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
No, you
no.
guys are very, again, definitely that PH family where everybody's coming in. And one of the things that I do want to go ahead and talk a little bit about was how family oriented you guys are. I have been to other festivals where we have a separate family and fun child area, and then some of it where it's integrated. You very much integrate it. One of my favorite things that I witnessed, and so unfortunately, we did not get to stay on site because y'all need to hurry up and get those tickets if you want to stay on site.
Right.
So we stayed off site, but it was still like a 5-minute drive inside the area. But one of the things that I kind of felt left out about because I wasn't staying on the site was the next day we came back and everybody started howling. The kids would come in and they started a howl, like just like in Zootopia, like started a howl, and the whole camp just uprolled into a howl. And how much like it was very family oriented, and there were so many things to do with the children. Can you tell us a little
Absolutely.
bit more about that?
So we have a children's coordinator,
Mhm.
and she keeps the kids busy throughout the day. However, I don't want that to excuse a parent from thinking I can drop my kid.
Mhm.
It's because of our parents and our child coordinator that we have so much fun with our kids, because we actually send them on scavenger hunts and things with the vendors and with the people.
Mhm.
We keep an eye on our kids. So it's one of those, if a child like falls and starts crying, 14 mamas are coming, and about 13 dads are showing up.
Mhm.
It's not, there are kids.
Mhm.
I grew up in an environment, and by grow up, I mean, when I became formally pagan and started going to gatherings,
Mhm.
I went to Serpentstone gatherings. And that's where the family atmosphere that I am doing kind of comes from.
Mhm.
And you went there and you weren't amongst strangers. You were amongst brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, mentors. That's where you picked up your mentors, was at these gatherings, and protectors and overviewers and just elders. You just had all of that in that one environment, so that when you finally got to be able to spend those 3 days, you were not just going to classes. You were not just going to vendors. You were going to the people who had knowledge that you wanted and said, hey, can we take some time to talk for just a few minutes? And then half the day later, y'all have spent and probably have like 3 or 4 other people around you having a conversation that you wouldn't have from a book. You wouldn't have from small gatherings. You wouldn't have unless you stayed the night. And the whole concept of keeping people in the cabins, even though we have 24 cabins, but we have 6 strangers in a cabin. What happens is you might come in as strangers, but you're not going to leave as strangers, because by the time you get done, you're going to be in the cabin talking about your day, what happened, what was for dinner. And, it's just, we cater to fun, and that's and family. And it's one of those, some of us don't have the family life that we want. And we come in and we see this and we're like, oh my God, this is my biggest statement. I feel like I've come home. That's if I don't hear that at least once during that time frame, I got to do better next year, because I didn't do good enough.
Well, I definitely can say you guys definitely bring that home feeling, at least my feel of it last year. So I know that you talked about this year's things being more hands-on. So tell us a little bit for our people who have been to Cauldron Fest before. How is this year, again, is going to be a little bit more different than the previous years?
So we got 2 nature walks scheduled, and this is going to be how to identify plants and what to use. And so you're going to be walking away with drawings or plants or better knowledge of the plants that you have in your backyard if you're from Tennessee. And then we have a poppet. So we're going to be making poppets. That's little dollies with stuff.
Hold on one second.
Okay. So the poppets are like dolls, but you hand make them and you sew them and you fill them with stuff, and then they have a purpose and a job, right? So that's poppets. I'm trying to do my cheat sheet here to see what I've got from my workshops. There's a mediumship class, and you would think that that's not hands-on, but it is. It really is. Let me see if I can't scroll over on my titles of my workshops. But of course not. No, I'm not going to do that. So anyways, it's hands-on being, there's one class that it's going to cost $5, which is not very often that we do classes that charge an additional fee, but she's bringing supplies in to make stuff so that they can leave with stuff. And that's the biggest thing about being hands-on, is that when you come to a class, what can I walk away with? So my notes, I can't read my notes when I'm done, but by golly, I'll remember a rock I painted. I'll remember a poppet that I made. I'll remember this drawing of a plant that I did. That I will remember the experience. And that's kind of what we're trying to get towards with CauldronFest. The biggest thing is, well, I guess the biggest thing I should note is that I am working on my website for CauldronFest, and those workshops will be listed on the site under workshops, and and our vendors will be listed under vendors. So even though I'm like mumbling and going, yeah, I know who I've got workshops, but let me look at one more place.
Well, why are you talking about that? I mean, I agree. Having that experience, having to where you're making something, for me, if I'm going to put that whatever I made on my altar, I'm going to see that and have that memory. Whereas I may not take out my notebook all the time, and look and see the notes and everything. But having those physical things right there, I agree. That's what kind of makes it special too. You have that memory, and then that memory, you have that knowledge of what you learned during that experience.
Absolutely. So just to name a few, we have dancing with props. We have intro to mediumship, crafting them with nature, sigil stitchery, origami manifestation. I love it. The poppets, anyone, plant walk, cauldrons and crossroads, dancing with shadows. Oh, there's dancing. Trust me, there's dancing. Then we have what's a drum circle? How do we play drums? How do we do drums by Eric Olson, who is awesome. His wife Mary Olson is going to show us flying skirts and connecting in ecstasy. I mean, these are some great
These are some
workshops.
really fun workshops.
Yeah. So you know what? If you go home tired, I did my job. I'm just saying. And then, we also have some traditions that are being discussed. I'm sorry, what?
So make sure you come with extra energy, right?
Yes, absolutely. But see, we feed you, so you should have that extra energy by the time we get done feeding you.
I love it. And I'm sorry for cutting you off. What was that last little bit that you were highlighting?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm older than blah.
You're not old. You're not old.
I'm not. I really am not. I'm not. I'm trying to say I am just to see what I can sucker punch. I mean, get through with people, No. So, oh my gosh, I think I even have my menu. You ready for this? Here's the menu.
Oh, yes. Let's hear the menu.
We're going to have lunch is, I lied. It's the schedule. Here we go. Cold breakfast, lunch, hamburger bar, tater tots. Friday breakfast. Lunch is going to be taco salad. Saturday. Lunch is baked potato bar.
Ooh, those are fun.
Barbecue chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, salad rolls, sheet cake, and ice cream. And I hear there's the frozen Elsa. There might be a Saturday visit from her again.
Ooh, that was fabulous. I'm so happy to hear.
I gotta remember the words.
I'm so excited to have Frozen Elsa come out.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun. It's so fun.
Yes. So, oh my gosh. See, I've not made it to the website yet, but I've got it written down. And that's just aging me. So there you go.
See, that's amazing. And again, I have the website up. So when everything is up there, y'all go visit the website and get more details about that. But I mean, I'm going to say this. I love taco salad and I love the potato bar.
Right.
And that's, kind of
lunch.
breaks up. And that's lunch. So that kind of is breaking up the same like sandwiches and, you're going to get fed. You're going to get fed well.
So what's funny is that I got presented with an idea for hot dogs at one of our dinners. And I was like, what? But it's not, it's the experience of what's going to happen. So it's not really hot dogs. It's like brats or sausages or something like that. And what they're going to do is they're going to take it fireside. And they're going to make the dogs and the brats and everything at the fire. And then there's going to be like French bread and all the other stuff, mac and cheese and all that at the fireside, as long as it doesn't rain. And so if it does rain, it's going to be brought on the inside, but we're still going to have the look and feel of it's like the French baguette, and you poke the hot dog and you put the stuff in there. And it's not like a dull bun and a little hot dogs and a little bit of this. We're going to be lazy with our meals. No. Astra does experience, and that's the thing that you're going to get with, even though we're going to have hot dogs, not really, but it's going to be a different experience. It's not going to be the humdrum, Costco experience of getting a hot dog at Costco's or something, no. It's just going to be fun.
That sounds so much fun because, again, you are in a campground, you're out there experiencing nature. And I do like that you guys are putting, the fireside meal on it. Even it is hot dogs, but the way you're sounding it is more than just a basic hot dog. It's, different types of variety of meats and bread and stuff like that. And so I think that's amazing, especially, again, it's start of spring because you guys are doing it in April. It's starting, our weather may be a little bit iffy, but that's what you kind of want to do when you're outside with friends.
No iffy. No R word. No S word. Just SUN. Sun. That's it. That's all you get. And moon. So yeah. But yeah, it's the experience of I really try to bring what I grew up in as being a new pagan and bring it with me
Mm-hmm.
to what the gathering is now, because that's how I pay it forward. I have boiled eggs, peeled potatoes, cut up onions, run and did toilet paper in the bathrooms. I did it all. And guess what? I still do it. So it's a service, and it's a happy service. It's not, and you're paying that forward to the people who are just getting in as well. It's like, I'm a brand new pagan. I don't really know what to do. Guess what? Show up, because if you volunteer at the registration table, you're going to meet everybody that's coming to the gathering. If you volunteer in the kitchen, you've got a kitchen witch that you can ask questions to. If you volunteer as a site person, where you go and you do toilet paper and stuff, you don't know what kind of conversations you're going to have in the bathroom, you know? And so walking around and just greeting people and just being a part of it is, as a priestess, is absolutely soul feeding.
Mm-hmm. I love that you're also bringing up the service and everything, because we're going to go ahead and segue into that. So for people who want to not only just have the experience of being at Cauldron Fest, but also having the experience of being involved with Cauldron Fest, can you tell us how they can volunteer? How can they be involved with Cauldron Fest?
When you get there, there's going to be a sheet of paper sitting on the desk, and it's going to have a time schedule on it, and you can write in. We really ask for people to try to put 2 hours in of service for the whole weekend, not 2 hours a day, just one session of 2 hours. That gives us the ability to let our staff kind of take a moment to breathe. And then, gosh, you get to say, I helped. And so that was my biggest thing as someone who was new to the gathering, was like, oh, you went to Dragon Hills? Yeah, and I peeled potatoes. I helped the kitchen staff. So it's one of those, or I helped during ritual. They asked me to call a quarter. Oh my gosh. To be able to say yes when they say, can you call a quarter? Yeah. So you get to show people how to walk your talk. You get to show people your knowledge. So if you want to teach a class, so our workshops, people teaching classes. Gosh, if you want to teach a class, let me know, and then we'll get you set up to do the form and everything for the next year. And then it's just do what you're called to do, because this is Fall Creek Falls. This is not just a little camp that has nothing around it. This is a little camp, which is 7 acres, and around it is creeks and waterfalls and horse, riding, and you can camp. You don't have to stay in the cabins. You can camp. You can bring your own tent, and then you don't have to do any of that. Bring your own RV. If you want to glam, bring it, And then there's the lodges that are around there by the area. I'm only allowed to house so many people. I can have who shows up. You don't have to sleep on the site. Although you miss the late fire.
From my experience, there is something missing if you're not on the campgrounds at all times. So, you kind of miss that. But also, if you're not able to, because of whatever the reason would be, there is so many other accommodations. You can rent out a whole cabin, literally 5 minutes up the road, or you can stay in the wonderful lodge over there. There's so many different areas that you can stay if you need to stay overnight or want to stay overnight. So definitely just being a part of that. Like, Fall Creek Cross is a very, very beautiful area. So, like, when you're going to Cauldron Fest, like, it's just you're by yourself with all your favorite people in the middle of the woods, but
literally on a mountain.
Literally on a mountain, but it's picturesque. Like, there's literally creeks and waterfalls all over the place. So I think that's amazing. So, okay, so what about some of the people who can stay the whole weekend, can only stay for one day? Tell us a little bit about that.
We have day trip prices, and the day trip prices covers you for that day. We don't have enough for the pricing to cover you for food, but if you buy a feast ticket, then it's $5. It gets you the meals, right? But
a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
That's
right. Right. So if you get there at lunch and you're hungry, $5, man,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to have a taco bar. You're not going to pay that at Taco Bell. But
Mm-hmm.
so we have day trippers. So we have the 3 prices: 1 day, 2 day, 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have I have one person who's being a work study. So that means they don't pay, but they work.
Mm-hmm.
I have if you day trip but you still stay, you, look, bring a whole bunch of people with you so that if you have to go back to the tents, you've got a group and y'all get to continue the party at the
Mm-hmm.
tents, right? Don't get yourself kicked out, but you get to continue the party there. If you rent a lodge, you can continue, bring a group, have fun
Mm-hmm.
with your group. There are so many times people say, we need something for the coven to do. Hey, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
CauldronFest, you don't have to stay in the cabin, but you can purchase a whole cabin if you want to, and that's 8 beds. See, I only sell 6 beds per cabin because I want to make sure there's enough room for people to have room in there, right? So it's 6 people
Mm-hmm.
I think. But if you purchase a cabin, the whole cabin, then you get all 8 beds and you can do what you want with it, right? Within reason.
Mm-hmm.
But you do the lodge, you can do 15 to 20 people. If you do camping, you can do as much as you want. And then you can do an RV and then have 3 or 4 RVs showing up. So you can caravan over to the site, sleep somewhere else. Yeah, you do who leaves earlier than midnight, right? So
Right.
it's one of those things that I think we drum until about midnight, 1 o'clock. And
Mm-hmm.
then people get to come to the kitchen and have midnight cookies to sober up, and they get to have no, as long as it's in a cup and inside something, you're good to go. But
Mm-hmm.
we are restrictive to illegal narcotics, so
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those. It's not
You
one of
are
those.
at state park, people. So just remember that and act
Right, you
accordingly.
are at a state park. Thank you for putting it appropriately because I was struggling there for a minute. But it's not, we're not against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's legal, but you're in a state park. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all I can say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And again, like you brought up, you can come there for a day. You can, let's say this, you come there for a day and you realize how much fun there is. And if there's not any room at the go down to the actual inn down the street that's literally
Right.
like 2 minutes from the campsite and
Absolutely.
stay there, or bring a tent, bring whatever. If you're in the Nashville area, you're 2 hours away, so it's a perfect little day trip, really,
Yeah.
to get away from the hustle and bustle of Nashville and Middle Tennessee and just kind of go into the mountains and be with like-minded people who are having fun. And that's what I love about Cauldron Fest is that I am close to home if I need to turn around and go back.
Right.
If I can only have a day, I can at
Yeah.
least go down there and have fun for a day and come back home. But if I have that urge of like, hey, you know what? Everybody's still having more fun and I kind of want to be with the fun, I can stay tonight. And you're really like, they have all the amenities there. So
Yes. Absolutely.
it's just amazing.
Um, when you turn left at the visitors lodge, right? It
Mm-hmm.
really feels like, because all the trees are now circling over the road and everything, you really feel like you're going through to another world. And it's just one of those. I love the drive to the site because
Mm-hmm.
you don't see a gas station. You don't see anything but the rangers' houses. You don't see anything but the lodge. You see
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of water. You over a bridge. And it's just one of those. Once you go over the bridge, you know you're close. But
Mm-hmm.
it's the I am removing myself from that and
Mm-hmm.
bringing myself to this, and that is what it is, and this is going to be beautiful fun, and I get to meet new people, I get to see people I ain't seen in a year, and it's just all the little kitties that have grown up in a whole year. I got some babies I'm not looking forward to seeing this year because they're so much taller and older, and they're supposed to
Lots of
stay babies and they're not.
having those growth spurts and everything, huh? But yeah, I mean, but that's the other thing too, going back to how your workshops, how you're really focusing on bringing people together, having the experiences in the workshop. And yeah, you may have a little bit of lecture, but you're also focusing on more hands-on and doing more things, and then also having areas where kids can be kids, and getting to meet one another. Our community, as strong as it is, we do need to foster those relationships with the kids. The kids need to see that there's other kids just like them, who may not, go to, how can I say it? They may not have the norm of what society has, but they have the norm within their community, that, oh my
Absolutely.
goodness, you're pagan, you're spiritualist, your family does rituals, and have somebody to relate, and how you guys foster that. I really love how much family oriented this festival is. So, especially families who are having kids, you should definitely check this out. And also, if you don't have family, you don't
Yeah.
have kids or anything,
Please come on.
that's, I don't, and I just loved it.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we got the cabins set up. So
Mhm.
as you come in to the right side, that's where all the adult cabins are. And you come back around, and then you have the mixture cabins of potentially, your young adults and your older adults. And then you go around to the other set of cabins, and those are the families. I keep them like that because, the adults might keep the kids up, but then the kids might wake the adults up early, and so on and so forth. But the thing is we don't exclude them. I know it seems a little segregated, but that was sound intentional. But we include everybody and everything. So we have 3 VIPs this year. One is Eric Olson. He's our drum instructor, and he keeps the fire going all weekend long. I mean, this man is awesome. And then Astra, our kitchen witch, is a VIP this year as well because she rocks it. And then we have another 16-year-old who is a VIP. He's our VIP youth. And Will is going to be, he is a VIP. He's the 3rd VIP, but he's 16 years old. So we don't exclude the kids, because who knows, if I get somebody that comes up to me and says, hey, this 12-year-old rocked it this weekend and did really, really good, I'm going to be like, yep, that's our next VIP youth, because they need to be shown as well, right? That's how we help them become adults. And as much as adulting sucks, if you have a village, it takes a village to raise a kid. So why not?
And also, that also shows that how much, leadership, you're teaching them leadership skills. And if we're going to keep our community thriving for future generations, we have to, give part to the younger ones to come up and step up and be little leaders. And, that's how this, a lot of traditions are in our community. And so I love that. I love that you have a representation of our future generation coming up and leading. I love that. That's amazing. And I love that you guys do have it where the families are together in your campgrounds, because I mean, even though everything is safe and you guys do everything, if a kid, wants to stay up late and hang out with their friends, they're able to do it right there with all their families and stuff like that. And parents don't have to worry about, hey, we don't always have that dinner bell to ring,
Right.
but everybody's right there, so the kids can go back and forth between their cabins and stay up as late as their parents will allow them to stay up, and not wake anybody else up on the opposite end of the camp. I love that. That's a really, really good plan that you guys put in there.
Yeah, that's the pre-me that, he organized it that way. And so I'm like I said, I didn't change much because it was organized so well from the beginning. It's just one of those, you just kind of, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say I made it better, but I made it different. We come at a difference.
And I love that, keeping the things that what started with CauldronFest and what made CauldronFest what it is, and then adding to it, or enhancing some of the other features that was there before, and just really just growing it. So and I know you guys are still very new, so how many years have you guys been around?
This will be our 6th year.
Wow, that's so
we're nowhere near as long around as everybody else has, but yeah.
but definitely leaving a statement right there that you guys are 6 years in and all the festivities that you guys have is really truly amazing. So just a reminder, so what day is the rave again?
It's a Friday night.
Woo!
So that's
All right, y'all, you guys
April
know what to do.
10th. April 10th, that Friday.
So the festival goes from April the 9th through April the
12th.
12th. So if you guys want to have part of the rave, definitely be there Friday night. And what time is Raw?
Raw is Saturday at 7, right after dinner.
Awesome. See, like there's so much entertainment. I know there's so much things that you guys are doing. I just want to make sure we're
Covering.
getting all the highlights and everything. So we also talked about how to volunteer, just when you guys show up, to sign up to do something. But
Yeah.
that is also a really great way that you guys have it. That's, like you said, that's a great way to meet other people. So if you're new to the area or you're new to the pagan community or spiritual community and you're trying to figure out what more, how to get involved more, definitely sign up. Like being part of a organization or event or something like that, that's the way you really kind of meet people and stuff. I really love that you guys do that right off the bat.
So let me give some props to my vendors, right?
Yes,
So
let's definitely talk about your
I think I have 25 vendors. They are a mixture of artwork, handmade crafted items. We've got a Reiki master. We've got soaps, lotions, and items like that. We have a bone reader. We have an energy worker. But amongst that, we have a couple of tarot readers. And then we have just those handmade craft items. We have a lady that sells lotions and soaps. And she started out, the way she started out doing this is she has a metal allergy. How many people do you know have metal allergies, right? So
Yep.
so when she's there, I love when she shows up. It helps that she's a part of my coven, but but when she shows up, she's bringing her experience through her product. And how natural can you get when you take out all the chemicals and all of the that people are learning that they're allergic to? And it's really scary when you start doing that. I'm trying to get her.
I can definitely say I have an allergy and latex and a silicone allergy. So that starts limiting a lot of products. And I was so happy that she was there last year because I was able to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And especially, here's the thing, you're in the woods and you may forget something. She is definitely the person that you need to go see if you ran allergy like I did.
Deodorant, especially, yes.
Yes, good.
Or just leave your deodorant home. She'll be there.
But yeah, and I had to say the product that she had really helped my skin and also made me smell good. So definitely, you guys definitely need to go and reach out to her. She was amazing. I definitely got to stock up this year.
Yeah. So like one of our vendors is Enchanted Emporium. They sell chicken feet.
I got one last year. Oh, y'all, these chicken feet are not like normal chicken feet. They are bedazzled. No. They are so cute. I think it's downstairs in my other altar.
I know mine's in the building, so yeah.
So, oh my, y'all, you gotta go check her out.
So we have heroic horns that's carved and uncarved drinking horns. Bell Book and Bone is our reader, our bone reader. Sorry.
She's fabulous.
By the way, she's my bestie. Then we have, let's see, the Voodoo Witch, who is selling her books there. Wolfcraft and Debbie Wolf. She's doing her mediumship. Textiles, Down Home Textiles. Thistle Parker, Thopes. Soaps, Threads of Fate Divination. That's another form of divination that was created by the woman that does this. I mean, it's a unique divination tool. Sacred Treasures. Hi. And then Practical Magic of Alabama. That's Jules, who is in Alabama. She's also the VP of CauldronFest. And we've both been there for years now. Rhythm Healing Drummers, Ninewood Healing. Crystal Trails, where she does crystal decor and jewelry. So we've got clothes and we've got horns and we've got decorations and we've got deodorant and lotions and oils and all the good smelly stuff. So one of the co-founders is also one of the ones that sells the soaps and stuff, and he hand makes his, and it's out of Stonebridge suds.
Wow. Okay, so basically, don't pack too much. Pack very, very light, apparently, because y'all gonna have everything there.
Right? Almost. So, you got to bring your bedding. So there's sheets and there's, if you're bedding, right? The bottom sheet, top sheet, the blanket, the pillows, the pillowcases. Yes, please bring that, because otherwise it's a sticky mess on your skin when you sweat at night. And it's, so you bring that. And the funny thing is if you forget something, Walmart's 30 minutes away. But or you come find one of us and we'll make we are usually running out to Walmart at least twice a day. So we make a list, and then if you need something, you just tell us to put it on the list, and when we come back, we'll get it to you. So yeah, it's one of those, you're not so far out that it's impossible to get something that you forgot. Right. So again, bedding is something that you really should bring. And then pencil, pens, papers, water. If you find yourself drinking water a lot, we have water. We're going to have water. That's not what I'm saying. But if you need your snacks, bring you some snacks, because the diabetics and us, I'm diabetic, we need our snacks so that when it starts dropping, we got to take care of it. Bring your medicine. Oh my God, don't leave your medicine at home, please. No.
So, and speaking about medicine, I know you guys take good care of everybody. So if there's somebody who has to have their medication refrigerated, how do you guys handle that?
So in our medical area, there's 4 refrigerators.
Okay, awesome. So you guys really have thought of everything.
Look, let me tell you. So the camp that we use is actually a Bible camp. So and they've got it covered pretty well, and then we just utilize it with major thanks. We always give thanks to the land and to the buildings and to the forest and to the water and everything that's there, because it does provide.
And I again, it's just a wonderful experience. So I know that you also have been doing a lot of other things. So what are some of the other things? I heard somewhere that you rated a book recently.
Yes, let me grab it. So I wrote a book. It's Ritual Theory and Practice, and it's my course that I teach, my coven. And I thought the way that I teach is a little bit different than the way some books work, because I'm not giving you correspondences. I'm not giving you how to do something or what to do, right? This is the how behind the scenes. This is the, you know what, take care of yourself before and after, get work done, incorporate people into it. The biggest probably thing that I say in there, 2 big things, is one is create participation within your rituals. Don't be a stage show. You can be a stage show, right? Be a stage show if that's what you feel like your calling is to be when you're doing ritual. But I promote participation. So if you're in ritual, plant the seeds together, drink the water together. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, but paint pictures, do the things that would bring you closer to nature so that you leave with something. It's either going to be a memento or a memory. And so it's just wonderful to have the participation, not only for the people who are there, but as the priest or priestess that's doing the ritual. That's kind of how we can gauge how we're doing for our community. So we give the service, we receive the service, and we do the service. And it's something that I did not see a lot of books write about. So, and again, it comes from my training within the Serpentstone area, is that I watched these leaders back in the day do these rituals. And then I am doing the rituals and have been doing the rituals for a while. And I thought, wow, right? So you go buy a book and it's like, okay, you can do it on this day and this thing and this correspondence and la la la. No, I'm like, look, take a shower, get your hair done, relax, eat something before you do ritual. Go do ritual. How do you do it? I call quarters, cast a circle. I give you an outline. And that's the biggest thing. I've got a page in here that is an outline for your field. It's what you can can't find it right now, can I? No. Mm-mm. So it's a field guide. That's what I was looking for. It's the field guide of, here it is. Nope. Can't see it. It's a field guide. So it's like really big letters on one page so that you can take to a photocopier or take a picture on your camera or do whatever it is that you do. And then when you're building a ritual or you're outside and you're like, because I get brain farts. And to have an outline, my brain fart is not so bad. But I also don't, this book is written by my opinion, right? This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is how you do it. I'm not saying this is the way you should do it. I'm saying, hey, here's my opinion. Give it a read. And if that's what you agree with, then sweet. I've helped. And that's it. I've helped. I have a lot of book reading recommendations. And I, again, through my training, and one of my leaders gave me a book, and it was about leadership and holding space. And you would think it'd be an odd book to give someone who's pagan because it's kind of Christian, but it's Leading Without Power, Finding Hope, and Serving Community. And that's my recommendation in there. And it's one of the books that I did read in my training. And it's one of the things about, let me show you a picture again. There you go.
So pretty.
It's really little. It's only 45 pages, but it's cool.
Hey, then that is a really great read. Having it to where you have all that information in 45 pages. And would you recommend for someone who is maybe started looking into going into paganism, trying to look at, because there's so much information out there, and it's kind of less hard to try to narrow it down. Would this be kind of a good book for them to kind of look into?
It's really written for someone who maybe not. Oh, my nose. Oh my gosh. That spirit guide coming through.
I know.
It's like, okay, what do you want me to say? No, not here. So I want to say yes, but it's really geared towards someone who wants to lead ritual. So let's say you've read the books and you've got a really good game plan, but you've run a ritual and you're like, I could do better. I'm not saying my book will make you better. I'm saying my book can possibly help you, guide you so that you can go find the correspondence. You can go get this, you can go that. The way that I teach is I teach foundations. I don't teach the walls unless you want an opinion about the wall, right? And what do I mean by that? So the foundation is this is a ritual. Here's a ritual structure. Use it for your blueprint until you create your own blueprint. That's how I teach, because I'm not a dictator, and I don't want to be like, oh, you can only worship the Morrigan, and you can only worship this person, and you can only worship that person. You can only do this. That's not from the heart. And being British tradition, that's kind of what we teach, is you got to do this from the heart. Now, for the traditions out there that just got the bug up their butt, it's okay, because this is the way you do your tradition. It's okay to say you can only worship this one, right? Because that's why people come to you, is to have that training and have that experience with that deity. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's not the way I do it. And so again, it's an opinion thing. And so we get lost in the one-wayism. And so this is the only way you should do it. No, there are so many ways that you can do this, that, go into the water and do a ritual. You don't need you don't need the books. You don't need the products. All you need is your own willpower and yourself. But until you get to that point where you have that understanding, go to the people and help them lead the way, or at least guide you, it's a guide.
I just find that fabulous, especially for people who, have been solitary for a while and, still want to be solitary, but maybe need some more guidance on how to handle a, public ritual or anything like that, having that,
Absolutely.
extra role play until they got comfortable into what makes them, have their own way to do ritual. I think that's amazing. I love that you have written this book and everything. So where do we find this book?
Amazon. It is Amazon.
Amazon.
If you do a quick search with Elsa Pendragon, it's going to show up. Or you can do ritual theory and practice, but you're going to find a couple of books on ritual theory and practice. Since I'm the only author with the name Elsa Pendragon at this point in time, that's going to be my book. Now, I have a second book that is being written already. I'm about ready to publish it. It's Body, Soul, and Spirit. And then if anybody's familiar with my year-long class it's taught, it's a 87-page book that I have for my class. That's the third book I'm going to publish. So I've got the 3 set. We'll see what goes on after that. Otherwise,
you are always busy.
I'm so busy.
You're always doing something. You're running a festival or some type of event, a class, or writing books.
Right. I have so much time and stuff because, I work a full-time job and I have a side hustle of creating t-shirts. I just got a silk screening equipment. So.
Oh my goodness. So there's
more things.
There's more things that you're doing. I see, you're just an inspiration about how, being involved and staying busy, but how much you give to the community, and I just really appreciate you. One, just even just giving me a fraction of your time today to talk to you about all the wonderful things that you're doing. So as we wrap up and everything, let's go ahead and give some highlights to everyone. So where can we go ahead and get some CauldronFest tickets and get some more information?
CauldronFest.org. www.cauldronfest.org, or forget the www and just go to cauldronfest.org. Look up a listing that says tickets and then register. And then so the PayPal link is there for you to purchase, and the link is there for you to sign up and do what you need to do to get there. I've got it broken out. So some people are like, yeah, this is really great. And other people are like, this is too much information. So if you need help, just reach out. And I'm on Facebook. Just reach out to me, give me a message. I'm under Elsa Pendragon, and I respond pretty good. I'm pretty good at responding.
Is CauldronFest also on Facebook for people to get more information?
It is. It's the CauldronFest. CauldronFest 2026 is what you could look for. It is on Pagebook. Facebook, oh my gosh, as a page and a group. So yes, it is out there. Just look up CauldronFest 2026.
That's awesome. And again, everyone, that is CauldronFest will be running Thursday, April 9th through Sunday, April 12th. So make sure that you guys get your tickets and head out into the wonderful woods of Ball Creek Falls and have a wonderful time with an amazing community and family with a PH, and just go and have fun. So thank you so very much, Elsa, for joining us today, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank you, and check us back here at In the Know, and you can find all these links and information as well on our website, southernheartsandcauldrons.com. Thank you so very much, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you, and good night.